So you have an idea, it is half-baked, you don't know the whole picture, you can see the whole picture, but it's an idea and it's been on your mind for some time. You haven't started. Why? Someone else is doing it already and they're doing it better. Why should I bother? Stay tuned. You're talking to Auntie O. Yeah, so you've got this idea and it's been bubbling beneath the surface for a while. Well, you've been holding yourself back. You have been stopping you. And the reasons that we may have, there are many. I don't have time. I don't have the right, environment or the circumstances for it. Or many a times it's, who am I? There are big players in this market already. And I'm not talking just about, what I'm doing here, social media. It could be anything. It could be a business. You're trying to start something and you know that there are big players out there. And it then makes you doubt yourself and stop yourself from going on. But the question today is why? Why should you be stopping you? I'm a firm believer in pursuing whatever it is that whatever idea I have, as long as it doesn't contradict who I am in my person. I believe in pursuing it. Do I think everything would succeed? Maybe not, but pursue it, give it your best, and if anything else stops you, it shouldn't be you. And that's the point I'm talking about today. And so why should you start? Why should you bother? Because every other person started from where you're starting from. So the other people you see there, they started from where you are right now. Even those that seem very confident and know what they're doing, sometimes it takes a lot of courage to show up every day. It takes a lot of courage. Underneath the surface, these people still have the same fears that you have. And nowadays, even people who are failing will not tell you exactly that they're failing because they want to succeed. So we call it, fake it till you make it, or it might not even be faking it might just be, showing up every day, putting on a positive spin, a positive face to everything till you get there. So every other person, the people that you see that seem like, they're doing so well at it, they started from where you are. So I would encourage you, whatever it is, and I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, just start. And don't wait till you know everything that you need to do. You refine as you go along. So I had a really beautiful quote recently which said, build the plane as you fly it. Whilst you're flying it, build it whilst you're flying it. Because there's never a perfect time. There's never that finished product. There is no time nowadays. And this is across the industry. I mean, if you look at software, you see agile and you see all of these concepts that come out, and they all talk about the same thing. So start from the minimum. So I want to do a podcast, for example, pick up my phone, say, what I have to say for now. I might need a camera, I might need a ring light, I might need other things, but I will start with what I have, because sometimes in waiting for that perfect situation, that perfect scenario, waiting to get everything that you need, that will stop you, because that takes time, and in that time that you're taking, other people are working with what they have and they're getting better. So you just keep getting more and more intimidated because these people are improving and you can see them whilst you wait. So as I said, start, keep refining, you will keep changing, you keep changing as you go, but start. And then talking about change, what I'll say is change everything else apart from who you are at your core. So sometimes in trying to gain popularity, in trying to gather the crowd, sometimes we lose ourselves in the process. And personally, I would say, don't change that part of you. So that thing that makes you unique, that thing that is your purpose, your calling, that thing that gets you excited, don't change that part, because you need that for the long game. So if you jump into something that is not you at the core, you will fall short at some point, because you need to stay excited, you need to stay motivated, you need to stay encouraged even when there is nothing happening, when you're not succeeding. And it is that inner passion that will keep you going. So change the plan, change the strategy, change the tactics, but don't change who you are. That is very important. My next point would be consistent. Be consistent. Show up every time. If it is something that requires you to show up daily, show up daily. No one is waiting for you. So there is no one waiting. So your customer, there is not this group of people that are just waiting for you to say, oh, we've been waiting for you. Sometimes it feels that way. It actually does feel that way, where you think, oh, I'm going to do this and it's going to be a hit, and then you do it, you come out and you're thinking, oh gosh, where's the response? I had thousands of followers on this place. Where are they? Why are they not responding? That's the reality. So sometimes, you know, it seems like it would be an instant hit, but it might not be. But again, if you're convinced about what you're doing, if it speaks to who you are at your core, stay consistent, show up every day. There are people that motivate me, and these people are some of my friends. You know, they have done, you know, stuff for years, and it's the consistency. You know, sometimes I go, you know, how is this person doing it? I remember one of my friend, he talks, you know, public speaking, talks about writing and things like that, and he shows up every time. Like, you know, you see a comment, you see a post, and, you know, very few views or no views, but he will do it again the next day, and he will do it again the next day, and then before you know it, people start to listen. So show up. It's not, there is no ready-made crowd waiting for you. You would have to find your village, your crowd, but you start from somewhere. And talking about the crowd, yes, you may not have crowd, but you have one fan. At least you have one fan. If possible, you should have maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, your family. But you should be your own fan. So for me, it really surprises me, or it makes me laugh when I see someone, maybe someone makes a post on, I don't know, YouTube, wherever, and it says 0 views. And I'm thinking, why should my post have 0 views? Like, did I not even watch it? so I know that people might say, oh, is narcissistic. Why would you watch your own post or like your own post? Hey, never ever make a post or anything that has no likes or no views. Don't you like it? If you didn't like it, you wouldn't put it out there. So nowadays I do that. So in places where the responses, so for example, LinkedIn is an example. It's a place where, you know, 200 people would easily read a post and no one would even bother to click the like button. I like my post there because I like it. Simple. So rather than have a post that shows no like, no views, there would be at least 1 like. There would be at least 1 view, because I would watch my post. So when I put my YouTube things out there, I go back and I watch. I am always my first view for now, because I'm a small timer, right? But on my first view, the first view of my videos are mine. I watch from start to end, and I push the like button because I do, because I like it, and, you know, hey, I watch my own post. So yeah, you are your #1 fan. Never ever have a post out there that says no views, no likes. Come on, you are your #1 fan. You would have your friends, your family. That's it. Start from there and build as you go along. Accept feedback. So when you're starting something new, you don't know it all. So as they say, the first time you do something will be the worst version of it, and you get better as you go along. So accept feedback in the process. However, filter the feedback. So not everyone, and this will come from people that, you know, are closest to you, right? So outsiders would advise you or would criticize based on what they see, you know, what you've done, this particular thing. But those that are closest to you might criticize more than that. So an example for me, when I started my YouTube, yeah, my friends were supportive, my family, you know, oh, well done. You know, some people said, oh, you're doing well, you know, what made you, you know, ask genuine questions. Why did you do it? But one feedback I got, and God is my witness, is from a friend. Oh, I can see you've got nothing else to do. I can see you're bored. That was genuine. That was like from someone that I talk to regularly. And yeah, I just said, well, I'm not bored. I'm doing what I enjoy. But this is it. You would hear all sorts. So filter the feedback. Anything that is like that might discourage you or might make you doubt yourself, just filter it away, because you have walked through this thing that you're doing and you believe in it. So make sure that you don't internalize those sort of feedbacks that will then make you stop and question why you're doing what you're doing. So with all that said, all that's left to say is, you know, life is too short. Life is too short. Just go out there and be awesome. Like, do what you can. None of us know. So, you know, in recent times, you know, we hear of really young people in circles that I belong to, young people just dropping off, dying. You know, we don't even know why. But life is too short. Go out there, be awesome. We don't know, you might have 100 years, you might have a few days. Just start, so that like I always say, on your dying bed, you want to look back on life and say, you know what, I gave these things a go. Not everything will succeed, but give everything a go, and hey, trust the process. Thank you.